Filters are a cheap and effective way of creating great quality footage or great effects at a relatively cheap price. Having taken a look at other filter solutions previously where a lens can be screwed onto a filter adapter, many GoPro users prefer a quicker solution. A solution where we can choose a desired filter and quickly snap it into place. That's where these come in. Welcome to Ifty's Tech Corner, where today we'll be looking at the range of GoPro filters by PolarPro. The snap-on filter market for the GoPro Hero range of cameras has seen huge growth in recent years. First established in 2011, PolarPro specialise in manufacturing accessories for GoPro cameras, filters in particular. Starting from a single polarizer, the range of products has expanded to include an array of lenses and filters, providing a wider choice for the GoPro user. I have a small range of filters here, not the complete range, but it should give us a clear indication of the quality and clarity of the items overall. Let's take a closer look. The neutral density, polarizer, and macro filters I have here can all be purchased separately or, being the most commonly used filters, can be purchased as a set. In addition, we have a red filter used by divers for correction in tropical water at a depth of 10 feet or more. All units come with the same package contents. The filter itself, along with a neat PolarPro branded microfiber carry case, which can be used as a cloth to keep your lenses clean and scratch free, and a piece of string to tether your lens to your camera or any other closely mounted equipment. We have two main types of filter, those that can be used directly on the naked camera with the use of the frame mount or in a cage, and filters that can be attached directly to the GoPro housing. The naked camera versions are circular in shape with a glass lens encompassed in a plastic outer casing. On one side we have a plastic loop which can be used to tether the filter to any other equipment, such as a nearby thumbscrew for example. On the rear of the unit we see where the two parts of the plastic casing come together, trapping the glass lens securely in between. No matter how much I try to twist and pull on the two halves of the casing, I've been unable to release the glass lens encompassed within, a testament to how well it's been constructed. Other than the raised PolarPro branding on the rear lip, the filter is otherwise plain in construction. Attaching the filter is simply a matter of pushing it onto your GoPro camera lens. It's a snug and secure fit and shouldn't work itself off, although as with all push-fit lenses, it's an idea to check between recordings to ensure it's still securely attached and hasn't worked itself forward when used in high vibration situations. When remove the filter, do not twist the filter from the camera. Instead, pull gently on the filter itself to remove it directly from the camera lens. The push-fit lenses for GoPro housings are a similar affair, a high-quality glass lens encompassed in a tough plastic surround. Again, we have a tether attachment point on the outer edge of the filter, and other than the PolarPro raised lettering on the rear lip of the filter, the entire unit is otherwise plain in construction. Simply push onto your GoPro housing lens and you're ready to shoot. Bear in mind, although I have the Hero 3 Plus versions here, Hero 3 housing filters are also available in the same range of lenses. Although the filter does fit the housing very securely, and I have little concern over it coming away from the housing very easily, I would have preferred a small rubber lip around the inside edge of where the filter is pushed onto the housing. At the moment we have a plastic on plastic fit, and a small rubber lip squished in between the two would have given me a little more peace of mind if anything else. Nevertheless, during my time of testing I've had no problems with the current design, even when the unit was subject to shocks and vibration. All filters, other than those specially created for underwater use of course, are available in either configuration, a naked camera fit or a camera housing fit, for either the GoPro Hero 3 or 3 Plus. Neutral density filters work by cutting the light entering the camera lens. Reducing the amount of light that enters the sensor forces the camera to slow its shutter speed. This will therefore apply a slight blur to moving objects. A neutral density filter is also used to reduce or eliminate prop blur for general aviation videography and minimize what's known as the jello effect. If you're into high vibration motorsports, multi-rotor RC, or general aviation, this is certainly a filter to consider. The GoPro is optimized for fast action in bright light, but sometimes you can have too much light which will blow out highlights and wash out colors. That's where a polarizer filter comes in handy. It will help reduce glare and saturate colors. A polarizer will add more contrast to clouds, making them pop and make the sky appear more blue on a washed out day. A common use for a polarizer is also its ability to reduce glare, especially useful when filming reflective surfaces such as water, ice or car windows. If you're into fishing, snow sports, paragliding or motorsports, to name just a few examples, then a polarizer will certainly help produce nicer results. The filter is again available in both naked and housing configurations. Bear in mind the filter is not a circular polarizer. In other words, the level of polarization cannot be adjusted by rotating a dial. Simply hold the lens between you and your subject and rotate the entire lens until you get to your desired level of polarization, keeping the lens in this orientation attached to your camera. Simple. For underwater use, PolarPro offer either a magenta or red filter, used for diving to lower depths where the camera needs help with color correction. For green or murky water, the magenta filter will offer great color correction results, whereas this red filter is used in blue or tropical water. Note that you only want to use these underwater filters from depths of 10 feet and greater to really see the best results. Also note the holes on either side to allow water to fill the area between the housing and the filter itself. As with other filters in the PolarPro range, we have a tether point should you need it, along with the standard push-fit design, which securely and firmly stays in place, even more so than above water filters, although again I would have preferred a rubber gasket around the inner edge of the lip for that added peace of mind. The macro filter reduces the overall focal length of the camera, providing the ability to capture close-up photos and video. It makes for a pretty fun and creative filter and gives a complete new look to video capture using the GoPro. The lens is slightly larger and generally weighs slightly more than other filters, although that's not really an issue since this isn't a filter designed for use in extreme environments or under extreme conditions. Just like any other filter in the PolarPro range, a snug push fit onto the GoPro housing and you're ready to shoot. Ideally, your camera needs to be between 2 to 10 inches away from the subject. It's advisable to use either the LCD or better still an external monitor connected via the camera's HDMI port to ensure the subject is within focus before you start shooting. The macro acts just like a magnifying glass, so you can't shoot images that are far away, although it's great to be able to add some macro shots into a GoPro project to switch up the repetitive wide-angle shots. Bear in mind it's generally best to film in narrow or medium field of view when using this filter. I found it produces the best overall results. Filming in wide or super view mode will result in blurring on the corners of the frame, although it still gives a nice overall effect and is certainly still usable depending on your project. I've had several different filter solutions from several different manufacturers, and although the PolarPro filters do not feel up to the high quality professional level as some other solutions, I still find myself reaching for these in most cases. Why? Because they're just so easy to use and provide the same great results. The easy push-fit design is refreshingly simple, no messing about with separate adapters and then attaching separate lenses. These have the entire package in the one unit. Being critical, I would have preferred a rubber ring around the inside of the attachment lip where the filters are attached to the housing itself, just to give it more of a firmer fit. Although as it stands the filters are still secure, and after testing I've yet to encounter any cases of one coming loose without any intervention. The quality of the glass lenses are great. The entire finish is of a high standard, and for those who are after a simple solution with a quick fit and straightforward design that won't spoil the overall look of your camera, you really can't go wrong with the PolarPro range. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments section below. Alternatively, feel free to check out the other GoPro videos in my channel by clicking above or in the description box below. Remember to subscribe as there are plenty more GoPro videos and tutorials coming shortly. See you next time in Ifty's Tech Corner.